let me share my, oh, thank you, Joanna. Forgot about that. Okay, so here we are in my Canva with Betty folder in Canva. So I learned how to organize my projects in Canva after I had like hundreds of projects, and so anyway, trying to find things. So it's kind of try to do it early on and just be organized and set up folders and then put in those item that's related to that folder. So that really makes it easier to kind of find things when you have to go back and look for it. So we're here doing the market update. So this is what I do. I use that the static market update info, and I've turned it into a video because nowadays you have to have, NVIDIA kind of gets more views and attractions. So I took that info and created a video, and that's what we're going to be working on today. I'm going to show you how to make this video, and it's pretty cool. And you could use this video template to do any other videos, like like 3 tips of selling your home, or anything like. And I'll show you some of them examples of how you could use this template to make other videos for your real estate business. So this is what we're going to do. So this is a template that we made last week, and we're going to bring that in. And then I'll show you how to make this reel, and then how to make this little interactive or animated elements, things like that. So let's create. So it's really easy. So you create a design right here. And then we're going to do video. And then we're going to make the format is for Instagram Reel, and that works for TikTok and the YouTube Shorts. And then you could put that on, Facebook stories and things like that. So it's, you could use that throughout the different platforms. So this is how we start. So we get this, I'm creating a reel. So it's automatically tells me that by default, it's a 5-second, segment. And then what I do is I'll bring in that the video that market update that I made last week. So what you do is I brought it in, but you just go upload, and then you go into your file, into your computer, and then just upload it. You pick one, like this is the one, and you just open it, and then it'll bring it up. So my template is, as you can see, is what I did is I created a computer in the background, a laptop in the background, and you put the image on the screen like it's showing in the laptop. So what I do is to get that element of laptop, I just go to elements here, and here search bar laptop. And so you have all these different images of laptop. I use for this, probably gonna use this part right here, the photos. So I just go through and see which image would work best for what I need. So all you need is just a basic like computer like this, like a laptop. And what I did is I like enlarged it. And then to get the background, you just use background remover, because I just want, and there it is, just a computer screen. I want it kind of big and then kind of little off. And then, so this is how you bring in a element. And then also then if I want to bring the market update that I created last week, I upload it, so I just click on it and it shows up, and I just kind of place it where the laptop screen is, and then just kind of like stretch it out, or it might have to make the laptop a little bit bigger. So this is how I do it. So that's the information, and that's how I do it. And for the background, kind of gives some more interest. I want something, I like a video, something moving, just not so fast, but just something like, what I decided to do is put a video of like a beach scene or water scene or something just really calming in the background. You could do whatever you want. I mean, you could put a video of it like an office scene in the back if you wanted to. But I tried that. It just seems there was too much going on in the background, so I wanted a little bit more calming. So you just go in the video section, and then you look for ocean, And here's all these different ocean videos that you could use. Let's use this one. It seems kind of so you just put it in here. Then you go position and you put it in the back. You want it in the back, so it just goes back. So you see some like movement in the back. So, some, interesting element. And then when you have this static image here. So, and then I'm going to have for each topic, like the active, new listing, under contract, I'm going to have a separate page for this. Like if you look at my video, it has, so if you play it, for each one is 5.2 seconds. When you play it, it brings up the information for week to week analysis, and as you move the pages, and it goes back. So every element or item that has a separate page, and it talks about it. So it keeps moving for each one, and then the little red circle kind of moves along with it. So that's what we're doing today. And it's really, like I said, once you get this down, you could create any type of video for your real estate. So we were here. So I'm going to make that took some time by the time I got to, because to get this information, what I did is I go into ChatGPT and have ChatGPT kind of analyze week over week, from last week value, from this week's value, and then spit out little blurb on what's going on. Like for instance, last week was 9. This week it was 9. The median price for this past week was 929 in San Diego County. And then, but the previous week it was 885. So what ChatGPT will do, kind of analyze these two numbers and then write a little blurb on that. So that, if you want to do that, I could teach you how to do that. But basically, you don't, like I said, I evolved to here, but it took me a while to as I kept adding more and more to it, try to make it more informative for my viewers. So, but today we might just do, instead of going into the ChatGPT doing this part, I'll show you a different way where I started, and I just kind of created a video and then do these little different separate pages without doing all these little analysis from ChatGPT. So we have that, and then we need a title. So we just go into the text and then get a title here. And then this would be, we could write San Diego week to week market update. So add a title. And by default, the spacing between the lines I think it's too much of a gap. So how you could do this is you click on this part, it says spacing, click on that. By default, the line spacing is 1.4. I play around, see what I like. I think 1.2 would be good. See, it just brings up the spacing, the lines, and it just makes it more, I like the way it looks. And the other thing is too, is this is going to be your title. So you want it to stand out in your video. So you just click on this. If you go look at effects, there's different ways to really highlight that, that text. There's on this side, the effects is like shadow. It could do lift. There's all these different ways you could highlight your text. What sometimes I like, one of the common ones I use is called a background, and he puts a background by, and then the color, choose white. So this is how that would be a nice title. So it kind of, it makes the text pop. And then if you want, sometimes, if you want, if you don't want, you want some of the background to kind of show in. So what you could do is, I'm just showing you different ways how you could really play with the text and to make it, there's so many different ways of, changing the text up and the background. Like for instance, you can go click on that. If you go on here, transparency, watch the white part. Because I want, I don't want it like bright white or stark white. I want like maybe the background kind of bleed in to the top. So if you work with the transparency, so you get some of the white, and you can see the background kind of come into their the title. So anyway, so just that's so just know that with text, there's so many different options what you can make it do. And also you could, if you wanted to, like when it comes in, I could animate it to come in. I'll show you. Like for instance, you could do this one of my favorite ones, tumble. Okay, you could bring it in. So when you start the video and you make it animated and make it tumble, and here you have an option. You could only animate it only when it comes in. Then when you move to the next thing, it will go out. But if you wanted to come in, animate it, and you wanted to stay on that video until the end, you got to go, wait, both. Oh, both means it's going to come in, then it's going to leave. And if you can on enter it, then it just stay. Okay. And then here, when it exit, then it moves. So we don't want that. I want it to stay on. Once it gets in, I want it to stay on the rest of the video. So this is how one of the ways kind of create some interest to your video is you can make all these little animated parts to your video with text, anything, elements, you can make anything animated. So it's kind of really fun, you know, to create a Canva. Okay, so that's title. So one of the ways we could, like I said, make highlight to make it more interesting is I like to put that the red circle that's animated for each page. It's when it talks about different, or when I want to highlight each data, then I'll show you how to create that. And it's an element again. And then this time we're going to do what I did is red circle animated. When it graphics. So here's all these red circles that are animated. You just pick one. So pick this one, and then you just bring it to size. Okay. So when it comes in, that see the text moved, and then the red elemented. So right now we're focusing on total active listings for the week. Okay. That's how you do it. So if you like what you like, if you see what you like, because you don't want to duplicate until you know this is how what you want to do for that page, because you don't want to like duplicate a page, and when you're not completely done, then you have to go back and individually update each page. And some I don't like the white showing. There we go. Okay. So that's that. So what you to do, okay, say this is what I like. I don't want anything else on here, but I want, you know, I want each for each data, I want a new page, and with that red animated circle to the next one. So right now it's by default, it was five seconds or maybe longer. Oh, I know it's longer because the video was longer. So let's make it 2.5 seconds or 3 seconds each for each page. And what you do is there's like 3 dots on this page. I don't know if you can see it. And if you bring it up, if you click on that, it says there's all these different options you can do. One of the things is duplicate a page. So I'm going to duplicate a page. And then here's my second page. Here's the first one and second one. Okay. This one, now we don't want this. So we don't want this title to be animated each time it comes in. So only the first time it's going to be animated, it's going to pop in and it's going to stay there. For this one now, we want to take out the animation. So go there and then remove animation because we don't want to move again. We just want to stay static the rest of the video. So the next one now, we just move this red circle to the next one. So that's it. So now if we can play, you play, say it pops in the title, circle, 3 seconds later, next one, then it's new listing, and so on. So this is how you make a pretty easy. But then like if you want to add something here, and we talk about say we want to talk about, not talk about, but at least we don't have to put all that analysis, but maybe you want to say just the title of what they're what to look for, like total active listings. So that's what we're talking about. But you want to make this text a little different from the title. So I would make that white. maybe smaller. Okay. So to make it a little high, I would go to the effects and this time use, what it does is it puts a black shadow behind the listing kind of, so it kind of pops up. And then maybe, so we're talking about this, maybe make this text animated so people know we're talking about that. So we could do like pulsing. You see it? I could use pulse. So let me add this. So we'll do add pulsing. So there's so much you could do. Then you go here. That's why you don't want to duplicate the page until you know for sure that's how you want it. So this is pretty easy. Let's add this to the second page. I moved that a little bit more. Okay. And this one is new listing. Listings. Okay. So since I copy and paste from the previous page, it inherited all the attributes from the listing from the previous page. So here we have, and the next one's new listings. And they see that the text of the San Diego, the title did not move because we removed the animation part to it. So basically this is it. So we have this now. We just for each data, we're gonna duplicate. So you click on that 3 dots again, duplicate a page. I just keep doing that. Do next one, duplicate a page. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. Duplicate a page. Duplicate a page. So we have 6. So we just go through, and next, this one is going to be under contract information. Under contract. Okay. Next one is home sold. So going to move that home sold. Homes sold. Okay. Next one. Next one is median home sold price. Median. Next one. Days on average, DOM. Days on market. So that's it. That's our video. So let's watch it. So it's only 18.3 seconds. And then I'm going to show you how to do the transition. That's another part that's going to really complete the video. So, okay. Oh, I got a typo. Typo here. Okay. So that's it. So then I'm going to show you to create like a smoother transition between from one page to another. So there's this thing called transition. So if you hover your mouse between the 2 pages, you have a plus sign, and then also here too, plus sign. You could add a page or add a transition. We're going to add a transition. Up here is add a page, the plus sign, and down here is called add a transition. So this is different type of transitions you could have from page to page. You could do a slide, you could dissolve. Anyway, and then you have the circle one, and line. There's different ways. So what I like for this, I like to use this one, the slide one, or you could whatever you want. You want it to go up and down. There's all these different ways of doing a transition from one page to another. So let's do the slide. And then here on the bottom, it says apply between all pages. That's what I'm doing. Instead of going from one page and one page, you could just it gives you an option to do apply. You click on that, it applies to all the pages automatically. So let's watch it now, once we have all the transition in place. See, kind of a smoother transition to the next page. So that's it. You guys have any questions? And what I like to do is at the end of my videos, I like to put little uh, uh, about me, at the end, and then that would just be a really short, and that's where then the video and will end on that note. So that's why I like to. You could do that, uh, and you could put whatever you want, and also try to remind them to follow you or share all that stuff. So, do you guys have any questions? It's pretty simple. And like I said, if you want to learn about what I do about ChatGPT, basically I just go to ChatGPT, and then I have section on just on, and also with ChatGPT, you want to like also kind of group your chats. So every time you want to go back to it, I can go back to that section. I mean, like, so you will start something, and then if you want to start a new chat, because you can be working on something like on a script or something like that, start a new chat. Then you could every time you start a new chat, it categorizes you for that chat. So from here, like I send you a market update. That's where I make sure when I do trying to do get the market update. So I always go in, I don't start a new chat. I just go back to, I look for that San Diego market update. Then it has all my past chat on that San Diego market update. So this is what I use. So every time, so I have a template that I've created as I'm working on it. So I have a template. So I just cut and paste. I have a template, then I plug it in, then I update the date and for that week from the previous week. Then that's how chat will create this. So now keep changing as I go along. So my latest chap, he will just this is what chat does for me now, between two markets from so anyway, from week over week. So then I can get chat to do all this. And then for this section right here, that would be for the total active listing. So I'll get that. Then I'll go here and then so this is my like the new listing. So I do week over week. I just have a small title up here, and this is what I put from chat. So that's more informative, other than just the title popping. But for you to get started, I mean, that's a good way to do what we created today, because it's pretty simple. And then as you go along, you can do whatever you want and add to it. So okay, so do you have any questions? I'll share you this template for you. I don't know if whichever you want. If you want me to share my template with the ChatGPT, or the one that's the basic one that we just created today, because just this one alone, I think it's a good way to start. So anyway, somebody raised their hand. Do you have any questions? I'm gonna leave.
Hi, I do.
Okay, go ahead, Eve. Okay.
How did you do the transition again between the videos? You just go
Okay.
in the middle there?
Yeah, right
Okay.
here. Okay. Let me create another page just so you'll see. I need to go back. I'm gonna create a page, okay? See, right
Uh-huh.
when you do, there's between two pages, if there's no transition,
Right.
if you put your mouse between the two pages, top part, it says add a page, and the bottom, see that little design on the bottom right here?
Mm-hmm.
It says
Mm-hmm.
add transition.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you click on that, then this options, the transitions options show up on the left,
Okay.
and you pick whatever you want,
All
whatever you
right,
want.
thank you. And
Okay?
also, on the last page you have follow, you have all those
Oh
different
yeah. Uh-huh.
things on there. Do you
Yeah.
have links behind them?
Have what?
Do you have links?
I do not, because
That
I
could
this
be
is this is a
that could be
video.
next week's class. Like if you
Oh,
put follow, if they click on follow, will it go to
no,
your
no,
page?
it's just animation. There's no links in these videos. You can't put links in the videos.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This is just a like little catchy animation to kind of kind of like poke them and say follow me. But you
Okay.
can't put links in the video. Yeah.
Okay.
Only in your text when you do the caption, you could do
Mhm.
that in there. Or like when you do a lot of what people do is they post a video in your comment, you could add a text or a link in there. Or you could do the many chat. When you do the many chat, you could say, hey, type in buy or buyer or seller, and then that will take you to wherever you want it to go to. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Sure, Linda.
That's Linda. How do you I think you when you did duplicate, like you want to change something and not start over, but there's not a way to rename it, so I guess you use the duplicate
Yeah,
button.
yeah, no, you can rename. What do you mean, the page or the video
Yeah,
itself?
like I have a template that I want to, put other information on, but I still want my
Mhm.
old one.
Yeah.
So like instead of like save as, in Word, you save it as something else and then you can change it. How would you
Yeah. Oh, are you
Canva?
talking about on Canva? Not just this in video, but designing a video, but you're talking about in
Yeah,
Canva
just
itself.
any template that you wanna,
Okay. So what you do is say, we just created this, okay? You go back. By default, the Canva's gonna save all your work, okay? So what I like to do, go back, I
yeah,
go
and
back
then I
this
wanted
way.
to, yeah, take something I had already done, and that, I don't know what the save as feature to rename it, but keep my old one is in Canva.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this is what I do. Let me bring up a new one. New Canva. Okay. Say you're in your all your Canva stuff right here. Okay. And then we just created this video. Okay. And you go
Okay.
in here, you have this, you want to duplicate it. So you go in,
Yeah.
there's a three dots, and you just make a copy
Okay.
and make a copy, and it will say copy of of whatever the project it is, and then you can bring it in. Because I always like, I want to sometimes, like I said, you want to save the old design, and then maybe test out a new texting or whatever with the new design, but you don't want to lose any of that stuff because Canva will just automatically save stuff. So I always make a copy. So that was a copy, and then I rename it here to whatever it is,
Oh,
but it will.
that's where you rename it. Okay.
Yeah, and it will
Okay.
always, when you say make a copy, and then by default, Canva will say copy of whatever the title was of your file.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
you can change it there.
Then you could change
Yeah,
it in here. Yeah.
yeah, because I have two sister cities, and I didn't want to start all over, but I
Yeah.
didn't want
Yeah.
to. Yeah, so
No,
this
I'm
that's
always like when I make the next weeks, I always make a copy. And then I come in and it'll say copy of, then I'll change the date on it. So I
oh,
have it.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Does anybody any other questions I can answer? And like I said, I'll after get the video recording, and then I'll post a video of this of today's session, and then at the time I'll share the template for what we created today, the simple version, and then also a template of the ones that I create with using ChatGPT. So
I have a quick question.
sure,
Yeah,
Anthony.
if I can't read all the information in just the 3 seconds, so I like to maybe have 5 or 6 seconds. Can
Oh
you
yeah, yeah.
segment
You could do
that?
it. Yeah, good question. That's a good question. So you could just right here create. You could just make it longer if you wanted to, like this. Okay.
Okay, great.
Although if you make it short and people can't read it, they'll watch it over and over,
Over and over again. Yeah,
which
Oh,
will
you're
give
right.
you
really?
more views.
Yeah. Yeah, because just know that I think the you want if 50 seconds or more, less, I mean 15 seconds or less videos get more views because
Hmm,
we have like a really, really short attention span.
crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'd be more
sometimes you
inclined.
want them to not be able to read it, like Wendy says, because you want them to come looking at it. Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. Yeah. So then you get more views. Yeah.
See,
It's
I'd be
all about
inclined to just
marketing,
skip it.
Anthony. What's
Yeah,
that?
but I would be more inclined if I can't read, I'll just skip it or forget it and move to the next thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but then we gotta think about the majority of the people.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're right, but you could adjust the length of any video here as long as you want. Okay. Yeah. And each one too. Like for instance, like for mine, the one I have with this. So I have this as a typewriter. So when they're playing this, it looks like, you're like, sometimes I make it long enough so they could follow because mine's a little longer on this one. But I'm thinking about shortening it because the longer because right now I think mine is like almost 40 seconds. It doesn't get as many views as if it was shorter. So that's my next thing. I'm going to test it to make it really, really short and see if I get more views. But just know that even though you don't see a lot of views, you know, but then I have people, you know, telling me, oh, you know, about my videos and or my market update, they always follow me and things like that. So it's hard to say, but if you want the mass to look at it and get that, you know, the number of views, higher number of views, you might want to keep the videos short. So yeah. So anyway, this is another version is like when you do a typewriter of the type of text, it looks like it's you're actually so that's kind of nice. I like sometimes I like it because look, it looks like it's typed from, and you could do Word in the typing format. If you go look at that, you could do there's different types of you could go by character or you could do a word. So I like the typewriter feature, especially when you want someone to kind of follow along and read, you know, what you're saying. So that's another, it's amazing what Canva has and that type of animation for text or even for anything, any images, elements, things like that. You could, you know, you could do a lot in Canva. So, all right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Any more other questions? And then just know next week I'm going to be sharing. It's not like it's not a um like really creative as to Canva. But one of the things that what's really cool is I send a text with all the contract information. So when you get into escrow, it says, you know, what's your property, and then I outline all the you know, the contractual timeline, you know, for the contingency removal, when is seller's disclosures due. So I give that out, I text it out, and it just everything is compact. It's one thing you can send an email saying, oh, this is what's going on, but a lot of times people don't like the emails gets buried. But here, like I send them out text with this all this information, and the next thing I'll do, I'll send them a text about these are the key people in our contract. So we'll talk about my TCs, or the escrow company and the title company and or lender if they're working with the lender, depending on if you're, you know, sending this text to a seller or to a buyer. So I have little variations of these texts that I send out, or like, hey, there's upcoming inspection coming up. So so anyway, they'll have that on their file and they can save it on their, you know, on their photo, and they have it. You know, they don't have to go dig through their email to find out what's coming up. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be sharing next week. It's not like a lot things that you can learn a lot about Canva, but just a format of what I use for my buyers and sellers. And then after that week, then we're going to get into more fancy stuff, you know, like, you know, creating a landing page and things like that. So anyway. All right. Have any other questions? Okay. All right. Well, thank you all. Have a great day.
I love
And
it,
I'll see you
Betty.
next
Thank
time.
you for
Thank
doing this.
you. Thank you. And then, like I said, I'll post the recording. Did we stop the recording?
It'll
Did we
stop when
record?
you it'll
Okay.
stop when you close
Okay.
out.
And then also I'll post all the templates on our group site.
Thank you, Betty.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Betty.
you. All right. Take care. Bye.